Hey y'all, this is Miss Helen. Welcome to Country Funk. Today we're making poke cake.
Hi, Miss Helen.
Well, hey there, Stanley.
How are you?
I'm all right. What are you up to?
Oh, I got a date tonight.
You got a date?
Yeah, well, she don't know it yet, but I'm hoping.
Well, good luck with that. I'm getting ready to make a poke cake for after church tomorrow. You want to make some for your date?
A poke cake? Poke, 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 poke.
Kinda, yeah. You make a cake. It's real simple. You want to help?
I'd love to help.
All right, well, let's make us a poke cake.
Okay. What do you need?
First thing we're going to need is a big bowl. We need a big bowl to mix up our cake in.
I can do this.
You can help? Okay, if you can get the bowl. Oh, well, watch, Thank you, Stanley.
I told you I could help.
That was a very good job. I just need one of these, so I'm going to put this one back, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we got our big bowl. Now we need us the cheapest, weirdest, it don't even matter, just cake mix. We need a cake mix. Any cake mix. I got an old white cake mix I'm going to use, okay?
Okay. I don't know where that is.
I got to go over here and I'll get that.
Okay.
I got us a bag of just plain white cake mix. Now you can use any flavor for this, though. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Where's my scissors? All right. Let's empty our cake mix into a bowl.
Okay.
Makes this so easy. You get to use pre-made ingredients for everything, and everybody thinks you spent so much time on it.
And I could take this to my date for Dungeons and Dragons.
You can take
Did I say that? It's going to be Dungeons and Dragons.
Do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, I do, but I don't know if Sheila does.
Oh, Sheila. Her name's Sheila? That's a sweet name.
I think so.
I need to find my measuring cups. Let's use this one. I like this one.
Now, is this appropriate for Dungeons and Dragons and church?
Well, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Church is special.
Church is for everybody.
Oh.
Everybody's welcome at church.
What are you doing now?
I'm looking at my measuring cup and trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. I remember what I'm supposed to do. I need, let's see, this particular cake mix needs 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
A half a cup of oil.
Okay.
And a cup of water. Now, some people like to stay healthy, and they will substitute their oil with applesauce. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Applesauce isn't an oil.
Normally. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it for this. I don't know if it'll change the flavor, but if you're doing it with something that goes with apple, why not? You do you, baby.
I do me a lot.
Stanley.
Maybe I do need church.
Everybody needs church. We're all sinners. When you go to church, there's a guy up front that likes to remind you of that. All right. We're going to dump a cup of water in here.
Okay.
And then we're going to get us a half cup of oil. Now, I need a half a cup of oil, but I got to go over here to get this.
Okay.
What
can I do?
Can you find me a big spoon or a whisk or something to mix this up with?
Spoon. Miss Helen!
Yes,
Miss Helen!
Yes, Stanley.
I got a spoon.
Did you find a spoon?
I did.
Oh, good. All right. Let's add our half cup of oil here.
Right in the bowl.
Yeah, right in the bowl. And then we're going to put that in the sink here so we can wash that. That's got oil all over it.
Okay.
I was mistaken.
Uh-oh.
My recipe does not call for 2 eggs. It calls for 3 eggs.
3.
Always make sure you double check your instructions.
I have 3 fingers.
You do have 3 fingers.
You know?
Do you have 3 eggs? Can you look down there and see if there's 3 eggs down there?
Yes,
How
but
many?
I can't get them.
I can get them, sweetie. All right, we got our 3 eggs.
Okay.
We ain't fancy around here. Just try not to get any shells in there.
Ew.
Well, it'll just be a little crunchy bit. Don't hurt nobody. It's just calcium.
Ew.
My grandma,
You're
granny.
joking.
No, my grandma, when she was way younger, she used to take her eggshells and she would save them, and then she would bake them in the oven, and then she'd grind them up and put them in her plants.
That's not putting them in her belly.
You can use it as a supplement. I've read it online.
Just because you've seen it online don't mean it's true.
Well, you know, Stanley, that's a really good point. I should do some research. All right. We are mixing up the cake right now. Just make sure everything gets all incorporated in there. You don't want any dry spots. You don't want any big wet spots. Turn your bowls, scrape your sides. Mix her up real good.
I see that.
Alrighty. Now, Stanley, we're going to need 2 square cake pans. Can you find the square cake pans down there?
Is Helen?
Yes, baby.
I think they're over here.
Okay, I can get them in a minute if you need some help, but we got to stir this up first. We're going to finish stirring up our cake mix. We should probably double check our directions to make sure this ain't the type of cake mix that needs flour on the bottom of the pan so that it don't stick. But I don't think with Jello poke cake it makes much difference.
Now, with this cake, do you cook it all the way or just part of the way before you poke it? Poke.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put our cake in the oven, okay? And we're going to let it bake into 2 square cakes. And then we're going to go at it with a straw. Just poke holes all over it.
With a straw?
With a straw. It makes...
Now, I heard you can poke a hole in your leg with a straw.
Is that
if
true?
you go fast enough.
Is that a fact? I will have to check the Mythbusters on that one. That sounds insane. Why would anybody do that?
Well, I tried, but it don't work.
It didn't work.
It don't work.
Oh, that's so silly. Why would you even try?
Because I read it online.
We're going to grease the bottoms of these pans with some butter.
Okay.
Or some grease, or some oil, or some cooking spray. Whatever you got.
Ain't all that's grease?
All those are grease.
What
In
about
fact,
that applesauce?
We got a you can't eat. This is a situation where you cannot substitute applesauce.
Okay.
I'm going to use a little bit of grease less than my bottom of my measuring cup here. That way we don't like when stuff goes to waste.
Okay.
So we're just going to use the grease from there. Let that pour. Get us a paper towel here.
Okay. Now, this is spreading the oil, not applesauce, all over the bottom.
The bottom of the pan, that's right.
What
Just
does
the
this
bottom.
do?
It keeps it from sticking.
The cake or the Jello?
The cake.
Okay.
Another trick you can do is you can use parchment paper. Parchment paper is expensive, and we already had the oil out.
That's a good point.
So we're just going to do that.
I spent all my money on D&D figures.
It's an expensive hobby.
I didn't mean to.
I remember back in the 80s, they thought that was the devil. Oh!
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was just a game people.
It was a lot of fun.
It's still a lot of fun. They've got so many new additions.
I hope Sheila thinks so.
I don't know a lot about D&D, but I have a lot of friends who play it, and I don't judge them none. I don't judge many people for much.
We all sinners.
We all sinners, that's right.
I heard that.
Some of us just choose to sin in different ways. We are pouring our cake mix, our vanilla cake mix, our cheap vanilla cake mix into our 2 little square pans here.
Okay.
Make sure we get all of it. We don't like to waste.
Okay.
Did you have a question, baby?
I was going to say, what flavor is this?
This, I'm just using white, but I think it's got a vanilla flavor to it. I'd have to check the box.
Okay. I
think it's, yes, it is. This is specifically a vanilla one because I like the combination of vanilla and orange. It reminds me of the creamsicles they had back in the 20s.
In what?
Now, at the ice cream trucks.
Did you say the 20s?
Yeah, the 20 block, where I used to live in Chicago.
You don't look a day over 80. You can't be alive in the 20s.
Thank you, baby. Not a day over. Ain't you sweet? All right, now, we got to get these in the oven, which means we're going to have to take them over there.
Okay.
We're going to have to get these in the oven, which means we're going to have to take them over there. We're going to bake them according to the package directions. I think it's 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Then we're going to let them cool for a while. Then we'll bring them back and we'll start poking them.
Can I help?
You can.
I want to poke.
You can poke. You can definitely help
Poke.
Oh, Stanley.
Hi, Miss Helen.
All
Are
right.
the cakes ready yet?
Our cakes are ready. You ready to poke some cakes?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We got our cakes out of the oven. They've had plenty of time to cool off.
Okay.
See, they ain't hot at all.
I got my straw.
We're going to go here. We're going to take our straws and we're just going to start poking.
Okay.
You ready? You ready?
Can you help me?
I can't help you. Here, I will show you how to do it. Here.
Okay.
Good poke.
Poke. Poke. Oh, I love having so much fun poking.
Poke the cake.
Cake.
Poke the cake, sweetie. Oh, we're getting a little crazy here. Let's turn it this way so it's a little easier for... Hey, calm down. Calm down, babe.
Okay.
Bacon ain't a race.
But my straw is full of cake now.
I know. It makes for a great little cake pop treat after this.
Okay.
There we go. We went ahead and we did one.
Thank you.
That's one done.
Can you do this one?
I will do this one. Your straw's getting a little full there, babe.
Full. I'm going to empty it. That was good.
Oh, it's cake.
Of course. Yeah, cake is good.
Cake is good. All right, you want this one too?
Louder. Thank you.
You got a little in there. Here.
Okay, so where are we at?
We are starting our gelatin to pour over our already poked cakes.
Okay, so
Here we
poke cake, make jello. I'll be right back.
We're going to start with a cup of water. Boil that.
Okay.
Once that starts to boiling, we're going to rip open our little packet. We're going to stir it in and make sure it's all dissolved. And then we're going to add another cup of the cold water that I grabbed before.
Okay. So, make jello, and we're using orange.
Yes.
And the cake was vanilla, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
It's
vanilla cake, orange jello makes orange dreamsicle.
It's a good flavor combination.
I like it.
The water in my town is so toxic, it has to go through a filtration system, and I have to buy it at the car wash.
Did you say car wash?
Yeah, you ever been to the car?
Going to the car wash?
I think that's as far as you can go without copyright infringement. So.
Oh. My bad.
I think our water's boiling. We got steam. Oh, yeah, we got bubbles. We got steam. Let's go ahead and tear open our packet here. Shut off our heat. Put that on the cooler burner, why don't we? So we don't scald it to the bottom. Sometimes it'll stick to the bottom. That's why you gotta make sure you stir it real well.
Is that just for Jello cake or anytime
That
you
is
make
for
Jello?
any time you make any kind of gelatin. It doesn't even have to be, whether it's the sweet stuff or the savory stuff. It doesn't make a difference. You got to watch that it don't stick to the bottom. You got to stir it up real good.
Okay.
Stir. Do you want to help?
No, it's okay.
It's pretty hot. I don't want you to burn yourself.
Thank you.
I just want to give you opportunities.
I'm hungry though.
I know you're hungry. Our cake.
And it looks good. I mean, cake, right?
Problem with Jello cake is it tastes like it's a diet food, and it is not a diet food.
Good. I'm not on a diet.
I'm not on a diet neither, I ain't. Alright, we're just going to let our Jello sit there for a second. Cool down just a little bit. It's still pretty hot, and we've got to touch these things here in a minute. I do have pot holders.
Okay.
I could get me some pot holders, but
I got it.
I'm going to wait for a second. Oh, you got my pot holder? Do you know where the pot holders are? You see anything? I can't get down that far. My fake hip.
I got it.
You got it? Oh, you found... Oh, those are my new pot holders. I got those last year for Christmas. All right, we're going to pour this over the top. And we're going to try to get a little bit each of those holes so that it goes in there and it soaks up in that cake. Oh, and it soaks up all that delicious orange Jello goodness. We're going to do this one over here too. Make sure we get all them holes in the middle. It'll spread out to the edge. We're going to take our cakes and we're going to put them in the fridge for a couple hours. And once they set it, we're going to slather them all over with whipped cream and serve them up.
Oh, yeah.
For your D&D night.
Yeah, and Sheila.
And Sheila. We got our cakes out of the fridge. They're all set up. They're nice and bouncy.
Is that a unit of measure?
Bouncy?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a unit of measure. I think it's a measure of firmness. We're getting ready to frost our cakes here. We're just going to take some whipped cream or non-dairy whipped topping. Your preference. No judgment.
Do you have a preference?
I don't. I can't taste the difference, I guess. Maybe that's a bad thing for a cook to be saying. I mean, I can taste the difference, but it don't make a difference to me. I'm just putting it on top of pie or something like that. In this case, I'm using it as icing. All right. You just throw a big old dollop of that right on top.
Oh, that looks so good.
Split that up between those two cakes. Miss Helen is making a mess.
But it's a tasty mess.
It is a tasty mess.
Oh, let me move.
I'm
your
not.
way.
I know. I'm not real used to working with other people in the kitchen, so I'm getting just a little bit discombobbled. It's a word.
That was in my way.
Let's put that over here and just spread this out over the top. It don't have to look perfect. It's gonna taste amazing.
Okay. I'm so hungry. I don't think this is gonna make it to D&D. I might eat this here.
make this one look a little bit prettier if you don't mind. I gotta take this one to church.
Okay. Now, do you decorate after the whip topping?
I don't. Well, you know, it depends on what kind of cake I'm making. Now,
I mean for a poke cake. Poke, poke, poke.
It depends on what type of poke cake you're making. You can make all different kinds of poke cakes. You don't have to stick to vanilla and orange. You can do lemon and cherry. I did one last year that was kind of inspired by the Black Forest cake.
Ooh.
Where I took I took a chocolate cake and then I put cherry jello on it after I poked it.
Chocolate covered cherries.
And then I spread the whipped topping on top, and then I put dusted just a little bit of cocoa powder over the top, you know, just to church it up a little bit. There we go. We got us a couple of poke cakes.
Hey, did that go to church too?
Did what?
The Black Forest
The
cake?
Black Forest cake did go to church. It was for a funeral.
Oh.
You want me to cut you a slice of cake, babe?
Hell yeah!
All right. We're going to need a plate and a little spatula.
Where are the plates?
Here, you need a little help, babe?
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
I got my fork.
Oh, you got a fork? Okay.
I'm ready to eat.
I got a couple plates here. I'll hold that.
Thanks for getting the plates.
No problem. You know what? I don't even remember which one's which now that they're all covered up. We'll just have to cut one. You want a nice big piece?
Please.
A nice big square
And
piece?
thank you. Manners, children. Manners.
Manners make a difference. There you go, y'all.
Ooh, nice.
Orange vanilla Jell-O poke cake. Pretty, isn't it? Tastes even better.
Is that mine?
Cheers. You are such a messy boy.
I
See y'all next time.
Thank you.